This summer, the fastest men and women in the world will be in Paris, France, competing at the Summer Olympics. Meanwhile, the fastest offense in the NFL will be in Miami, Florida, at training camp, preparing themselves for the season. From what we saw last year, the Miami Dolphins have 4 playmakers on offense who could compete with the best track stars in the world. During the NFL season, the speed of the ball carrier is recorded every play. The Miami Dolphins made the top 10 high speed list 6 times. 3 times belonged to Tyreek Hill, 2 belonged to Achane, and 1 to Raheem Mostert. Holding 6 of the fastest 10 speeds show how electric the Dolphins truly were. To understand their top speed, let's compare it with the current fastest man in the world, Noah Lyles. He hit 23 miles per hour while running his best event, the 200 meters. The top speeds for the 3 Dolphins who made the list were Tyreek Hill at 22.01 miles per hour, followed by 21.93 miles per hour from Achane and 21.62 miles per hour from Raheem Mostert. World-class speed. It's no surprise these same 3 had success while competing in track and field during college, which is rare for NFL athletes and even more rare for guys who are ballers. We often see super fast times at the combine, but those players don't always put up numbers on the actual field. Straight line speed and football speed are quite different. The Miami Dolphins have players who possess both traits, which makes it tough for defensive coordinators any week they're on the schedule. A 2-yard pass can turn into a 60-yard play at the blink of an eye. This past season, Hill had 38 plays over 20 yards by himself, with 9 of those being plays that gained over 40 yards. Using the same speed that almost beat an Olympic gold medalist during a track meet in college, it's safe to say that we haven't seen track speed translate to the football field like this before. NFL scouts search for players with this class of speed every day, and if one is found, that is considered a gem. How the Dolphins found 4 guys who were major contributors is quite amazing. Their 4 speedsters were responsible for 49 touchdowns in 2023 and accumulated 5,023 yards. These are not gimmick or gadget type players. These are real ball players who play within the scheme and are a major part of the game plan each week. This is rare air and should be noticed. While Hill is the biggest name of the group, Achane and Mostert were also star track athletes in college as well, with Mostert being the most decorated. Achane attended Texas A&M after a prep career that saw him as a 4-star running back and the 2020 Gatorade Texas Boys Track and Field Athlete of the Year. While at A&M, he competed in the indoor and outdoor track seasons his freshman and sophomore year, achieving All-American status in both, posting personal best numbers of 6.63 in the 60-meter, 10.14 in the 100-meter, and a 20.20 in the 200-meter. During those same 2 years, Devon will be a contributor on the football team as well, putting up 461 total yards as a freshman and 1,472 yards as a sophomore, before even starting a game for the Aggies. After becoming the starting running back his junior season and rushing for over 1,000 yards, there was no 3rd track season. It was time to get ready for the NFL draft. A little different path than the starting running back for the Dolphins, Raheem Mostert, who competed in both throughout his senior season at Purdue, which happened to make his senior season in 2014 a special one, winning the Big Ten title in the 60 and the 200 meter at the Conference Indoor Championship, as well as the Big Ten title in the 100 and the 200 at the Outdoor Conference Championship. This was also Raheem's best year on the football field, as he was mainly used as a return man his first 3 years on the team. Mostert's personal best during his track career at Purdue were 6.63 in the 60 meter, a 10.28 in the 100, and a 26.5 in the 200 meter. Unlike Devon and Raheem, Tyreek Hill's college career started in JUCO, Garden City Junior College to be exact, and that is where he posted a time so fast, NFL.com gave him the title of the fastest player in college football, nearly beating his future teammate Raheem Mostert. Running a 9.98 in the 100 can almost guarantee you a win in any race not at the Olympics. But unfortunately for Tyreek, he was running against a future Olympic gold medalist, Andre DeGrassi, who was a member of the Coffeyville Community College track team at the time. The chances of these two facing off against each other at a track meet in Hutchinson, Kansas is quite remarkable. A future gold medalist versus a future Super Bowl champion / Hall of Famer, what are the odds? But after seeing a 9.96 and a 9.98 run, I'm sure people knew these two were special. Hill ran track 2 years in college, one at Garden City and one at Oklahoma State. His best times were 6.64 in the 60, 9.98 in the 100, and 25.7 in the 200. The last member of this potential 4x1 team is receiver Jaylon Waddle. Unlike his other 3 teammates, Waddle did not run track in college, but he did post a 100 time of a 10.68 and a 200 time of a 22.40 in high school. His focus was mainly on football throughout his time at Alabama, where he made it very hard for people to catch him in open field. 11 of his 20 career touchdowns at Alabama were for over 50 yards. He was compared to Tyreek Hill through the draft process, and the consensus thought was that he was the fastest receiver in college football before a 40 was ever run. Speaking of 40s, here are the 40 times for all four players. Tyreek had the fastest with a 4.29, Achane with a 4.32, Raheem Mostert a 4.38, and Jaylon Waddle 4.37, all Blazers. But most importantly, each of these players convert their speed to the field in actual games. It's easy to see when they touch the ball that they are insanely fast. And if the defense doesn't swarm with the proper leverage and angle, they can hit a home run on any touch throughout the game. This is what makes this group so dangerous and deserving of the title, the fastest offense in NFL history. Thank you.